Happiness researcher Arthur C. Brooks has shared the idea of using a reverse bucket list in order to live a happier life. And he found that even though he checked off everything on his bucket list that he had created when he was 40, and by the time he was 50, he'd checked off every single thing, he was actually less happy at 50 than he was at 40. And he realized that he'd been believing that his happiness was going to come from that list, from having more, but it wasn't true. And I found something very similar in my own happiness research when I was writing Happy for No Reason. I found that most people who aren't happy are living in the trap of the happiness blocker that I call, there's two of them. One of them I call the myth of more, and the other one is the myth of I'll be happier when. And Arthur Brooks says that happiness comes not from having more, but from wanting less. Now, it's not about denying your goals. It's not about denying those dreams of yours, but it's about not being owned by them, not being controlled by them, not pinning your happiness on them. So what he would do is write down his goals to acknowledge that he had those dreams, and then he would go and cross out those on his list to acknowledge that he wasn't attached to having them for his happiness. And that's really a great way of honoring your heart's dreams while also releasing your specific attachment to the outcome. And it allows you to live more fully in the present moment. And in this present moment is where happiness and miracles really are.